Okay, doke. Back. Let me fix my glasses real quick. Had to send a couple emails. Get my utilities and shit set up at my new apartment for my remaining months in Texas. Good. 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 Okay. Let's go. On to standard arrays. I'm not sure what the benefits are, but got a whole fucking chapter on them, so surely they must be helpful, even though I've never even seen standard array ever be used ever. Surely there's going to be something helpful here. Let's do Noah. Noah's pretty good. Okay. Good. Wasn't even looking at code anyway, so this is fine. Alright. Standard array. What is this whole chapter? Okay, great. I just doxed myself. Standard array and C-style arrays, and then and then cool stuff. And some of these are real short, and then some long ones. All right, I gotta get through the rest of this. I'm starting to feel not even fatigue, but just like I just want to stop and get the fuck into Unreal hard and just go straight into it. But all right, we gotta learn more of this too. All right, let's go. Standard array. All right, hold. When I get a good rhythm, I'll go back to the music, because right now that's just way too hype. Containers and arrays. We have containers and arrays, yes. Collections of unnamed objects that we can still use somehow, but apparently not all containers give you access to use each one individually directly. Just like using a for each loop, where you can't do that. Allocate their elements, so all arrays allocate them contiguously, bum 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 bum, right next to each other in the same little space. And we can use subscripting. Okay, so even standard arrays, it sounds like. Arrays allow fast direct access. I'm curious. Oh, here we go. Okay, less performant. All right, has different array types that are commonly used. C style. Standard array, standard vector. Standard vector being a dynamic array that can resize itself with its length and its capacity, compared to other things that the length and capacity are probably static and equivalent. Fixed size and dynamic. I like static better than fixed size, but sure. I mean, I feel like you may as well be speak in parallels where you say fixed size and variable size, but okay. Fixed length arrays. Oh, there's another gnat. He's back. Require that the length be known at the point of instantiation. Okay, at instantiation. It doesn't mean compile time, it means instantiation. Okay, so it could be runtime. Cool. It's just that it can't be changed. Okay. C-style and standard array are both fixed. No changey. No changey. Dynamic arrays can be resized at runtime. Okay. Like standard vector. Is it on my... Okay. Standard vector, fast, easy to use. Comparatively? Oh, great. It's a baby, it's fast. This makes it our go-to when we need an array. Okay. Powerful and convenient. Some trade-offs. Slightly less performance. Usually won't notice the difference. Okay, good. Yeah, you gotta be careful, bucko. I mean, maybe we were doing that before where we have a bunch of pushbacks. But... So maybe it makes sense to create it with a certain size. You know, that's actually probably true, because a standard vector bool shouldn't have been bool, but standard vector bool of size 26 was created. So really, we should have made, yeah, I should have made my standard vector character for the word, or at least For the guesses and for the other, I should have made them static so that they're created at compile time one time and initialized them with. Oh, I should have just done reserve. That's what we should have done. Should have reserved. Oh, that's what we could do. So when we pass the amount of guesses, that is how large we reserve the guesses to be. Okay. I should have used reserve because right there, I'm pretty sure we were creating it and then using pushback. And sure, when you use pushback, apparently it should be reallocating to get at least 50%, if not 100% more memory. So if it's a 2 byte or a 2 element array, and then you use pushback to put a third in, it goes from 2 either just to 3. I think that's GCC and Clang. I think in Visual Studio, it's times 2. So we would go up to 4. And then if we had another one to go up to 4, then it would actually already go up to 8. So maybe it's not too bad. Because we're only reallocating as much as our guesses. So if we had 50 guesses, then every time we guess again, we have to push something else onto the stack. So could have been fixed by just reserving the memory in advance, which was done here with the standard bool or standard vector bool. But okay. Do not reallocate. Only supports cost expression in limited context. Okay. Yeah, I thought we already saw that where standard vector can't even support it, but I guess I can. Oh. The latter point is the significant one, meaning that other arrays could really be const expression. How does that work? Does that mean that they get decayed to C style arrays somehow? That exist at compile time, or can they just exist at compile time? A class object that exists at compile time and has its own different because so far const expression values are just one value to me. Well, I guess that's the compiler doing all the hard work. I'm not able to, it's not clocking to me that you can have an array that's const expression with different values that it holds, and those values be substituted where they're needed later. I mean, I guess the point, well, it's const expression, so it's never changing. That's the point, right? So if we created a standard array and it had values 0 through 9, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and later on we're indexing it. I guess it would just find all the instances where we're ever indexing it, identifying those values. But what if it can't, though? What if we're getting a runtime integer and indexing it there? We don't know. How would it be substituted in that case? I'm not sure. Okay. Robust and optimized more highly when we make them const expression. When we need a const expression array, we should use standard array. Okay. Standard array for const expression. Shit that's not changing and could be optimized away at compile time. Maybe. Assuming const expression still holds for that, or at least the meaning. We define it in array, not vector, array. More similarities than differences. Okay. One difference is how we even declare it. What the fuck is that? That is cursed. We declare array, we declare the type, and how many. Okay. And the point is, at runtime, we could pass in some other variable, right, for the size, but at compile time, we have to pass in the literal. Okay? Let's get a little music going, huh? Oh, this is gonna be good. Okay. Well, actually, we don't even need this. Well, sure. Uh-oh. It's not happy. Can't do that. Damn. What if we made it const in... Wait, did it say const expression value? Fuck, it might have. Constant value. What if we said a literal here, though? Invalid template argument. Expected to compile time constant. Damn, okay. So I guess we can't dynamically... It seems like these can't be created at runtime then, huh? And I mean, it seems like that because we're even putting in template arguments like this. Right? I feel like those need to be known at compile time. At least in every case I've seen. So we could have nothing here. And then we could say... Oops. So we can still do a for each to traverse the loop. Noted. And that's using direct initialization to create a standard vector with 0 as the value for 5 different integers. Okay. 2, the template argument, or it's a type template argument, okay, because we're saying the type as a template argument instead of a non-type, a number, a value template argument. I almost like that better. Type template argument versus value template argument. Defining the type of the array element. But sure, I guess a type is a value too, so they're both value. The second is an integral non-type template argument defining the array's length. Integral, so not a float, no floating point stuff. Non-type template argument, so it actually needs the value itself. Yep, which are const expression values that we pass in template syntax. And we can use them in functions too. The length must be a constant expression. Okay, noted. So it cannot be created with a specific size at runtime. Noted. Compared to standard vector, versus here where we can dynamically say, hey, how big do we need it? An integer literal const expression variable. Or an unscoped enum. Gotcha. Because those are also const expression ends. Makes sense. Let's get back to the real music, huh? So we could do with a literal. We could also create a const expression int. Past that. We could also do colors to do the size. Something like maybe some shit on my mouse pad. Yeah, it does need the size, huh? It's a size T, okay. Not happy, okay. Excuse me, sure. Or we could say because the value here is 4. What if we change this to be Jake? Oh, okay, nothing. Alright, cool. The Nat is here. Okay, so we could do it with the scope. Oh. We could do it with a preprocessor macro, which is doing the same thing as the beginning, a literal constant, because we're just using substitution for days per week, substituting it with 7. That way the compiler sees the literals, but That way we're basically just saying, hey, put this here, and it replaces it with this literal code. What if I want to do a test? Oh shit. We can actually replace text with text. Oh my god. We put it in and it replaces it with the syntax for a function call. And we could say num, and that won't work because it's expecting a semi. Oh my. Okay. Alright, I understand define now. You don't have to follow any rules. You just say, hey, we're replacing this with this. Cool. Before compile time because it's a preprocessor macro. In the reflection system in Unreal is a specific macro has been defined. A bunch of specific little ones have been defined. And when you put in U function, this, that, and the other thing, what it's doing is substituting the actual code that needs to be there that actually does stuff. That actually goes in and changes how the object is processed and treated. Okay. Alright, those are cool now. I respect it. It's like a brute force. It is a brute force. Note that non-constant variables and runtime can't be used. Makes sense. You just said that it has to be const expression. Meaning a const expression variable, an integral literal, or an unscoped TM, or well, static cast is at runtime though, or hold, right? Yeah. Is static cast only at runtime? Oh, static cast can happen and yield a const expression variable. Okay. Because it's used in a compile time context and takes a compile time parameter. Or, well, argument. Create an integer of students and we extract to get that number. Can't use that number here. And if we do foo7, and what foo does is we pass in an integer. Yeah. And it's at runtime because foo doesn't execute at compile time. Likely. and it definitely isn't guaranteed to. Can't have a const expression function or a const expression variable or a parameter. So we know it's a runtime parameter. We can't use length in a place that takes a constant expression. Yeah, makes sense. Phew. Standard array can be defined with a length of 0. I mean, just like a standard vector could be. I'm not sure if it's useful or not. Oh, I think I heard people say that 0 length arrays can be helpful in Unreal. Instead of oh, that's a const expression one though. Oh, is the point that like if let's say on event tick you're iterating through this array, even if you're not using it, what might be helpful is setting it equal to a 0 length array. That way, that takes no time at all. Instead of looping through all the shit that's just not being used until it's finally used. Instead, if it's about to be used, that's when you set it to be usable and then do it. Meaning you put value into it at that time and change the length. Oh, fuck. Motherfucker. Got, bitch. Fucking gnat. There we go. Okay, let's get the headset cord back in. Okay. Creates a 0 length array, and we can check if it's empty just like we can a standard vector. Okay, cool. And the 0 length has no data. Undefined? Oh, great. Do we get automatic bounds checking in Visual Studio for standard array? Oh. Excuse me. Assert. Yeah, subscript out of range. Nice, Visual Studio. Thanks. Is empty? Yeah, we were already doing that. Aggregate initialization. It is an aggregate, huh? So no default or no constructor? Really? Huh. Aggregate initialization. Yeah. So what? No static member functions and no craziness? You know, Alex is pretty damn nice to people who haven't gone through his whole amount of chapters. He always reiterates shit. I mean, it's not, I don't think it's as needed as often as it's done, but it's helpful. Copy, or copy list and list, yeah. So then, is that the same for standard vector then? Because actually, no. It's probably because it has member-wise initialization. Oh my god, that scared the. I was pulling on a cord with my foot earlier, and I pulled my wireless mouse dongle, and instead of it sitting on the desk like this out, it was hanging upwards. Oh my god. Okay. In sequence, starting with element 0. Yeah. This member, this member, this member. Default. Okay. Oh shit. In most, it's left on it. Oh, well, that's without an initializer, not value. It should be value. Okay, cool. I thought it was saying that even when value initialized, they're left uninitialized. I'm like, buddy, no undefined behavior for me, bucko. Makes sense. Because if you give it an initializer list, you're saying, hey, initialize this guy, this guy, this guy with this value, and the rest with their default. Which should be 0 for integers. Yeah, we only have a length of 4. We're passing with 5. And then we have 4. We're only giving 2. Or 3. Oh, never mind. I'm fucking retarded. It's of like 4. We're only passing 2, so the other 2 are value initialized. Can be const. Well, yeah, it makes sense. If you make the array, if you make an object const, you can't change the shit in it. Like if you make a class object const, you can't go and change its member variables now, even if they're not const. I mean, here's the proof. Sure, we'll make them both public. Oops. Okay. Oh, the point was if it's const, it needs an identifier. Okay. What's the error? What's the error there? Oh, none. Oh. It does run. Okay. Can't assign it. See, because the whole thing is like that. Even though the variable is public, or the member variable is public and modifiable. Makes sense? Oh, this is gonna go hard. Full support, baby. Make it const expression when possible. I mean, it makes sense that it probably would be. It's just that maybe we use it just as a regular. It seems like we'd use it basically as a C-style array. Can we cast something to become a standard array? I don't know. See if I'm tripping. Is there something crawling on my head right now? Nope. Just this fucking hairline. Holy. Okay. Oh, but we. Oh, wait, here. Hold. So now, so we can't do it this way. What if we did a we'll do zero length. Okay, I was wondering why I wasn't giving an issue here. Okay. And we say oops. Okay, nope. Standard array and standard vector do not like each other. Alright, noted. If it isn't const expression, try a standard vector instead. Okay. How about some of that good old CTAD, yo? Oh! So we can actually give it the initializers to deduce the type and the amount of arguments. Nice. So much for, well, yeah, I mean, I guess it's done at compile time, right? So it's fine. So we could say Oh, and it's of type const character pointer, because I guess that's how a C-style array is represented. At least when it's decayed, I think. Still have no idea about decay. Is it this one? I don't like this song. Oh, good. Internet's out again. Great. Never mind. I told you I didn't like this song, yo. I have to fucking get off of it to... Oh, it just didn't register. Okay. Okay. Yo. You better be C++17 compatible, yo. Oh, I forgot. It's crazy. Cool. No partial omission, meaning that you can't do one without the other. We can't do int to say, hey, these are ints, you deduce the other side. Or, nor can we say the length is 5, the size is 5, the capacity is 5, but you have to figure out the type. No, sir. No way to use a core language feature to omit just the length or just the type. Omit just the array length. Okay. Oh, we could. Template argument deduction. Not class template argument deduction? Okay. Does support partial omission. To array. Oh, and it's in array. Okay. Hello? Oh. My timer thought that it was 9 p.m. Okay, we'll continue at 9:30. And I'm going to do 30 minutes of learning and then an hour self-test so I can cover more ground than last time. Okay.